Have you ever wondered how dangerous Coco Gauff could become if she finally solved the one weakness that keeps following her from tournament to tournament? It sounds almost unbelievable when you think about it. Here is a player who has already won Grand Slam titles, defeated some of the biggest names in tennis, and proven time after time that she can handle the pressure of the sport's biggest stages. Yet many coaches and analysts still believe that her best version hasn't even arrived. That raises one fascinating question. If Coco Gauff is already one of the world's elite players, what happens when her biggest weakness finally disappears? Welcome back to NetRush Report. If you love tennis stories, player analysis, and the biggest talking points from around the tour, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because there's always something exciting happening in the tennis world. As Wimbledon approaches, Coco Gauff once again finds herself among the players everyone is watching. She has become one of the most recognizable stars in women's tennis, not only because of her incredible athletic ability, but also because of her maturity, fighting spirit, and ability to produce magic even when everything seems to be going against her. That last part is what makes her career so interesting. Many players rely heavily on one dominant weapon. Some have overwhelming power. Others have unstoppable serves or incredible net games. Gauff is different. She often wins because she refuses to quit. She makes opponents hit one extra shot. She turns defense into attack. She finds ways to stay alive in matches that appear almost lost. That mentality has earned her enormous respect across the tennis world. But it has also hidden a problem that keeps returning whenever the competition becomes tougher. Her serve. For years, the serve has been the most discussed part of Coco Gauff's game. Every time she strings together several victories, someone eventually asks the same question. Can she improve her serve enough to dominate the rankings? The reason this question never disappears is simple. Tennis has become faster than ever. The very best players earn plenty of easy points behind strong first serves. They save energy, shorten rallies, and avoid unnecessary pressure during service games. Gauff often has to work much harder. Instead of collecting free points, she frequently finds herself battling through long exchanges from the very first ball. While her movement allows her to survive these situations, surviving every service game demands tremendous physical and mental energy over the course of a tournament. Many observers believe this is the final piece separating her from becoming an even more complete champion. The encouraging news is that Gauff has never ignored the issue. Instead of accepting it as part of her game, she has continued searching for solutions. She has worked with specialists, adjusted her mechanics, and shown a willingness to experiment even while competing at the highest level. That isn't easy. Changing a serve while facing the best returners in the world requires patience. Every adjustment can temporarily affect confidence. Every technical change needs thousands of repetitions before becoming automatic. That's why improvement in tennis rarely happens overnight. When people only look at double fault totals, they sometimes miss the bigger picture. A player rebuilding a serve is balancing several goals at once. They want more consistency without becoming too predictable. They want extra power without losing control. They want confidence under pressure while avoiding unnecessary risks. Finding that balance is incredibly difficult. Some analysts have noticed encouraging signs. Gauff appears calmer during her service motion than she did in previous seasons. The rhythm looks smoother. Her confidence seems to be improving. Those are positive developments that shouldn't be ignored. But there is still another debate. Should she become more aggressive with her first serve? Right now, Gauff often chooses reliability over maximum power. That strategy reduces risk, but it can also allow opponents to attack more frequently. Against elite players, even a small difference in speed or placement can completely change how a service game unfolds. Imagine adding just a few more free points every match. Imagine starting more rallies from an attacking position instead of immediately defending. Those tiny improvements could completely transform her results over an entire season. Of course, serving is only one part tennis. If it were the only thing that mattered, plenty of big servers would own every Grand Slam trophy. They don't. Gauff's greatest strengths remain extraordinary. Her speed is among the very best on tour. Balls that seem impossible to reach somehow come back over the net. Opponents constantly feel pressure because winners are never guaranteed against her. Then there is her competitive mindset. Some players become frustrated after losing a difficult set. Gauff often becomes even tougher. She embraces pressure instead of fearing it. That resilience has carried her through countless dramatic victories and helped her recover from difficult moments throughout her young career. Mental toughness is one of the hardest qualities to teach. You can improve technique through practice. You can build strength in the gym. Developing genuine competitive resilience takes years of experience. Gauff already possesses that rare quality. However, even the strongest mentality benefits from easier service games. Imagine constantly beginning each match knowing your serve will likely hold without major drama. Imagine saving energy for return games instead of repeatedly escaping difficult situations. That confidence can influence every aspect of performance. It also reduces physical fatigue during long tournaments. Grand Slam events require players to win 7 matches across 2 demanding weeks. Every extra rally matters. Every additional sprint adds up. Conserving energy can become the difference between lifting the trophy and falling just short. This is why so many tennis experts continue discussing Gauff's serve. It isn't because they doubt her talent. Quite the opposite. They see someone who has already reached remarkable heights while still having obvious room for improvement. That's a scary thought for everyone else on the WTA Tour. Imagine facing a player with Gauff's speed, defensive skills, competitive spirit, and growing experience while also dealing with a consistently dominant serve. That combination could make her one of the most complete players in modern tennis. There's another important point that deserves attention. Young players often develop at different speeds. Some arrive with powerful serves but weaker movement. Others possess excellent ground strokes but struggle mentally. Gauff's career has followed its own unique path. She became successful incredibly early, meaning much of her technical development has happened while competing under constant global attention. Every adjustment has been analyzed. Every mistake has been replayed. Every improvement has been questioned. That level of scrutiny would challenge almost any athlete. Yet she continues moving forward. Rather than becoming discouraged by criticism, she keeps searching for ways to improve. That willingness to evolve may ultimately become one of her greatest strengths. Tennis history is filled with champions who transformed weaknesses into strengths over time. Some improved fitness. Others rebuilt backhands. Several completely reinvented their serves. There is no reason Gauff cannot follow a similar path. As Wimbledon begins, fans will undoubtedly watch every service game closely. They'll notice first serve percentages, double faults, and overall confidence. But perhaps the bigger story isn't whether every serve is perfect. The bigger story is whether the overall trend continues moving upward. Progress in professional sports rarely happens in a straight line. There are setbacks. There are frustrating matches. There are moments when improvements seem invisible before suddenly becoming obvious. That patience may be exactly what Gauff supporters need right now. After all, she has already proven she can win major titles despite carrying a weakness that opponents constantly try to exploit. Imagine what happens if that weakness becomes merely average. Or even better, a genuine strength. Suddenly the conversation changes completely. Instead of asking whether Coco Gauff can challenge for the #1 ranking, people may begin asking how long she can stay there. That possibility makes the months ahead incredibly exciting for tennis fans everywhere. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Coco Gauff's serve is the only thing standing between her and becoming the world's top-ranked player? Or do you think her current game is already strong enough to reach that goal? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to NetRush Report, and stay tuned because the biggest stories in tennis are only getting started.